What's going on, guys? It's Roy. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while once again, but I honestly just haven't touched the car for a while because I've been frustrated with it. Because last time I worked on it, I was removing the steam port plugs. So the steam port plugs go right here and right here on the rear. So basically what the steam ports are for is to remove the hot coolant vapors from each side of the cylinder head. So what GM did is they blocked off the rear two and they just used the front two. Well, that works when the powertrain is kind of slanted and the transmission is lower, which means the front of the engine will be higher because the vapors will travel to the highest point of the engine. But for this build, I don't know what the angle of the drivetrain is going to be like. So I decided to just do a kit, which will open up both steam ports and allow me to vent all four corners. All right, guys, it's another day. And today I believe we're going to be cutting up the rear of the car. So from the research I've done, we have to cut from over here, back, sideways, up this way, down here, and all the way to here. So this whole chunk from like right here to right here is gonna be gone. So I'm gonna take off the seat shield, or whatever the heck this is, and then mark it up a little bit so we can get to cutting. All right, so here's what we got. Got it cut out. Now I'm sure I'm gonna have to do some revising later, but for now, this is a starting point. From here we can move forward. All right, so I apologize for jumping around so much from step to step, but I'm just figuring it out as we go along. So right now we're installing the spec flywheel and clutch assembly. We are using Dorman flex plate bolts. Already got the Loctite on it. So 6 of them. We're gonna torque from the spec. We gotta look that up first, but right now we're just getting them snug all the way around. So for the torque spec, it's gonna be 3 passes or 3 stages. First is gonna be 15 foot-pounds, I believe, then 37, then 74. And that should get it sitting tight. There should be no run out. I might have to measure that just to make sure we're all good on that front, but let's get to torquing them. I'm doing a star pattern. All right, now we're gonna go up to 37. All right, now we're gonna go to 74. Yeah, I'm gonna need a screwdriver. All right, we're gonna use a screwdriver on the ring gear to counter hold while we torque it. First one, and straight across. Two. There we go. Now this is all torqued. Alright, so once you get the flywheel torqued down, you're gonna put on the alignment dowel onto the clutch and the pressure plate, and you're gonna put it on to the inserting pins and torque it down to, I believe it was 18 foot-pounds. And I was messing with this for a while, trying to get the trans on to the adapter plate when it was bolted up to the engine, but it was too hard. So just take the adapter plate off of the engine and bolt it up to the trans first, and then put it onto the engine and slowly bolt it from side to side to make it go on correctly. All right, we got the spark plugs on, the ignition coils, and the spark plug wires. Spark plugs, you're gonna want to torque to 15 foot-pounds. These are just hand tightened for now, but you snap these on, make sure you hear it click, then you're good on that side, on that front. Now I'm gonna install the starter, which is gonna go right there, and then the wiring harness. So this is the starter. Let's see if I have a part number or something for you guys. Here we go. So this is next. All right, I tried to install the starter. It's way too hard to do. Actually, I can't do it with it on this lift over here because the bottom of the lift, if I can show on the camera right there, is in the way. So I'm gonna have to wait to do that till it's in the car. And in the meantime, I've been working on the transmission mounts. So let me show you guys that. So this is the part of the transmission mount that hangs from the body. And here's the original hole they have for them. But I have to drill 2 new holes, which is one way of doing it. Everybody does it a different way really, but the point of doing this is to move the whole powertrain like 1.5 inches forward. Let me show you guys. So OEM, or from the factory, mine was in that hole over there. Now it's over there. If you can see, it's offset just the tiniest bit. So I have to drill new holes or modify the bracket somehow. So I started drilling the holes because if I screw up, I have another set of brackets anyways. And on this one, this also has to move forward. So from the factory, it's bolted there, there, and there from the body over there. But we drilled some new holes and hopefully they're in the right spots and hopefully they work. But we'll find out shortly, as long as my drill battery charges. So that's where we're at right now. I think we're pretty much set, at least to put this in, mock it up for the first time. I'm sure it's gonna come in and out several times, but got on everything that I think it needs to mount in there. We need to put on the wing plates for it to mount from the front, but I think I'm gonna do that once it's over there, like in the car, so that way it's not in the way. All right, so this is where we're gonna end off today. My drill will not charge for some reason, so gotta get a new battery, but we got a lot done today. This is ready to go in as soon as I finish that bracket, and then we'll start figuring out everything else that's in there. But I'm sure this will be coming out a few times before everything's said and done. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.